Alright, you guys, welcome back to some more Cafe Stella. In the last episode, we finally got Yuana's dad to eat some cake, okay? That was great. He finally warmed up to his daughter, and she was like, hey, you're my role model, and I want to be a doctor like you, and he was just so happy. And he finally ate some cake, so it was good. And then we learned about warming up coffee beans to certain parts of your body. Little inappropriate at times, definitely. But, you know, it was overall, I guess, a good episode. So hopefully we'll have a little less awkward situations in this one. And let's see where the day takes us. Alright, gotta wash my face, have breakfast, and then head to work. After I finished changing, I opened the door to the kitchen, only to find myself face to face with Akazuki-san, who had just been about to enter. Well, good morning. Yeah, Kana, you went a little off the rails there. I expect some better behavior, okay? Well, you certainly proved that, I'll say that. I'll be honest, I'm still unclear how proving the color of your... I don't even want to read this. Your nipples is supposed to protect your pure innocent image. No, it's perfectly fine. Well, some people say they get darker the more you touch them, but some people are just born with them that color. I mean, that feels... I don't know, that feels like an old wives' tale to me. I doubt that's really true. Maybe for some people, but probably not the majority. Anyways, this probably isn't a conversation we should be having first thing in the morning. I agree. I absolutely agree. It's all good. And for the record, I really did think your coffee was delicious. I'd love to have some again sometime. That's fine, Kana. Nobody asked. I'm just imagining him just with the super disappointed look on his face. I mean, I know it couldn't possibly affect the taste of the coffee, but I do kind of want to try it. Kosei, this is why nobody respects you, okay? We keep going back and forth. People, like, learn to respect you, and then you make creepy comments like this. Kana, I 100% agree, but you could stop talking about your nipples for once, okay? That's also a little weird. Hold on, I didn't mean it in a creepy way. I'm just saying I would try if the opportunity presented itself to me, purely out of curiosity. Being called a creep by someone other than knows me actually stings more than I thought. Okay, well thank you. Yeah, Suzune. They definitely seem like they have calmed down a bit. I'm glad I can talk to someone who's a little bit more normal than Kana. Yeah. As much as I'd like to, there's a new dish I want to try my hand at making first. Alright, let's do it. It's not exactly an original dish, though. Although I'd like to get your opinion on... Oh, Hiyochinani-san. Why are you so surprised? You don't have to act so frightened of me. Oh my gosh. This whole game's full of misunderstandings. Well, whatever. You haven't had lunch yet, have you? There's actually a new dish I want you to try. Yes. The new secret menu item. It's like we're running an in and out. There's nothing shady about it, okay? It'll be a regular menu item. Anyways, I'm gonna cook it now, so I'd like you to try some, and it's nothing weird. I promise. I like how we have to reassure people that our food isn't something weird. It's like, we literally cook all the food here in this restaurant, okay? I would hope we don't cook weird things. Because we would be serving that to customers, you know? Alright, I'm gonna make a carbonara, and I season it normally for now. However, I also make a thinly fried egg alongside of it, which I use to wrap the pasta like an omelet. Oh, that's what we should do! We should make some sushi. Oh, if we had in-house sushi? This would be the best cafe. Lastly, I coat the entire thing with a generous helping of carbonara sauce, which I made a little extra. And done. Okay. Omelette a la carbonara, or a carbonara topped with egg alternatively. That's a good idea, because you're using two things you already serve on your menu. I mean, that's essentially what, like, McDonald's or Taco Bell does. Like, everything is just rebranded of something else. Like, something they already had. It's a good idea. Especially to save on cost. We just need to make sure it tastes good. Yeah, I told you it wasn't anything weird. Bruh, why do you need to watch me cook it? Do you not trust me? Like, oh my gosh, I hate this game. Hate this game. What's wrong with it? Okay, fair enough. What can we do to elevate it? What is like a carbonara sauce? Is that kind of similar to Alfredo? I feel like Alfredo sauce would be good. Yeah, I feel like even if it like uses most of the same ingredients, we could like use one other thing that's different just to like make it stand out a little bit. Because I feel like, yeah, it's like, okay, so we have omelets, we have carbonara, and then you can have one that's pretty much both of those combined. It's like, I would just order the two things separately, you know? Yeah. You're welcome. At the very least, she likes it enough to finish eating the rest. Thanks, I'll keep working on the sauce. I'm open to any other advice you have for me. I wonder if we can maybe like spice it up a little bit somehow? I'll try my best. I think we should add chicken Alfredo, because like chicken Alfredo is one of my favorite pastas. So I think we should do it. You know, I liked my sushi idea with the gyoza. I think it would be awesome. You mean, we don't have to make anything like too intensive. I know it's just a phone call, but it's incredible how nerve-wracking this is making me. Phone calls in general make me nervous, all the more so when it's my dad I'm calling. Nevertheless, I can do this. After resolving myself, I grip my phone tightly. He's giving me all sorts of useful advice. I'm just imagining him holding his phone and he's just like squeezing it as hard as he can. He's just like, Dad? Hello? It's like, bruh, it's just a phone call. You'll be fine. Okay, well, to be fair, I don't like getting phone calls from people I know either. But, like, my father, like, whatever. You know, I've grown up with him. Somewhat. Okay, well, not really, but... So the least I can do is keep up to date with what's been going on. I'll just give him a brief rundown, but unfortunately, he's not picking up. Maybe he's working. Well, whatever. I guess I'll leave him a message for now. I'll tell him I took his advice and started thinking about new menu items. I'll tell him about the new omelet-style carbonara I made. Also, I'll have to say thank you again. Just a simple voicemail, yet I'm struggling to decide on what to say. Come to think of it, how long has it been since I last did something like this? In fact, I'm not even sure. When was the last time I called someone just to tell them about my day? Since Nozomi's the younger one, she was always the one who made me listen to her. I think that has to do with more the fact that she's a girl. But the older we became, the less she did that. No wonder I was feeling so tense. The last time I did something like this was ages ago. Back when Mom was still alive. Uh-oh, we're having the mom flashback. Mom, get it? Nom. Very similar. Look at this. This is literally a photograph. We had a drawing contest at school and I won first place.
そうなの?
Oh, okay.
これも和文さんの血かしら。それで?
Yeah, I wonder how come we didn't like take after our dad more. I drew you, Mom.
私? 母親を描くのがお題だったの?
I'm just imagining the picture looked nothing like her, and he somehow won. Teacher said to draw a picture of our family.
それでお母さんを描いてくれたの?
Because that man went to grab milk and he never came back.
和文さんは描かないの?
He said he was going to get the good kind too, the whole fat milk. Not any of that skim stuff. I don't want that watered down, you know? Dad doesn't come home a lot. I don't really remember what he looks like. Oof.
そっか。でもそうね。私もどれくらい会ってないかしら。
Mom, why doesn't Dad ever come home?
外国でたくさん絵を描いてるからよ。あの人
He's off with his mistress.
絵を描かなきゃダメなの。
Because it's his job.
それもあるけど、それだけじゃなくって、和文
Just
さんはね、
passionate about it.
絵を描いてなきゃダメな人なの。
No matter what.
ダメ。
Aren't you sad you don't get to see him, Mom?
寂しくないわよ。和文さん、ちゃんと絵を送ってきてくれるもの。和文さんの絵を見られるのが私は一番嬉しい。
You know, it's kind of a sad situation, but it's kind of interesting that the mom, like, at least from what it sounds like, doesn't really, like, regret him going out and doing that. Because she is happy that he's, like, living out his dream and making paintings. And although they're not together, she can still be a part of that. You know, it's pretty hard on your child, though, to not have both parents there, right? I mean, I grew up with a single mom, so my parents divorced, I think, when I was like 2.
だから
Very hard not to have a father in your life.
絵を描いていてほしいの。それにね、後世がいるから寂しいことなんてないわよ。
Stop it, Mom, that tickles.
でもダメ。私は今後世を抱きしめたい気分だから離さない。
Gosh, that was the worst when you're a child and you're like, oh, my parents hugging me. Ew, gross. And then as an adult, you're like, oh, I miss that. Just a dream. A vaguely nostalgic dream. I get the feeling it actually happened, though. Maybe. But why was I dreaming about the past? The phone call to Dad must have been weighing on my mind too much. Oh well, I better get ready for work. So, what do you think?
そうだね。やっぱこれぐらいでいいバランスじゃん。
But what are we trying to balance out? Just like the carbonara to egg ratio, or what?
じゃあ、カルボナーラのオムレツ、これでいこっか。
You know, perfecting it didn't take as long as I thought it would.
まあ、既存のものを組み合わせた品で、可能な限り手間を増やさないようにしたからね。
Yeah, I feel like he already knows how to make both those items pretty well, so it should be natural that if he combines them, he could do it pretty well, and much faster than he would a completely new item.
手間を惜しまないなら、オムレツ用と単品用で、カルボナーラの基礎的な味から変化させるべきだけど。
Yeah, that might be a little too ambitious. We're busy enough during lunch rush as it is.
でしょ? まあ、こだわりたい気持ちはわかるけどさ、現実的な妥協点も重要ってことだね。
Right, besides I can always make minor changes to it as I go along, but, that advice feels a little hypocritical coming from you.
喧嘩売ってんのか?
No. Wasn't trying to offend you or anything, but seriously, thanks for the help.
別にお礼言われることじゃないってば。あと、もったいないからちゃんと自分で全部食べるように。
Alright. Gosh, I would be so sick of eating the same things every day.
いらっしゃいませ。あちらのテーブル席へどうぞ。ご注文がお決まりになりましたらお呼びください。
すみません。
ただいま参ります。オーダー入ります。半熟オムライスが2つとカルボナーラが1つです。
Righto, I'm on it. What are you smirking for?
いいえ、別に元気のいい返事だなと思っただけですよ。
Okay.
少しは気が晴れましたか？
Yeah, after the trauma I experienced last night, I am feeling a little bit better. Thank you for asking. Or was that, yes, was that the day? No. I guess that was like 2 days ago.
ならよかった。
Although Suzune-san's cakes are still the most popular item by far, we're getting plenty of orders for other items as well. Proof that other people, not only you and Achan, are starting to appreciate my cooking.
オーダーよろしくお願いしますね。
Sure thing. It's time I stopped selling myself short. That's good. Once I changed my mindset, I found myself much more motivated and energized. You know, sometimes it's just that easy. Looks like it. Although there's still about an hour before we close, the cake display has already been emptied out. There's only about 30 minutes before last call. We rarely, if ever, get customers during this time period. Should we start cleaning up?
それはさすがに早すぎ。せめてラストオーダーまでは待たないと。
I mean, I think you can clean some stuff. If you clean it off, then, like, if you need to clean it again, you'll probably only have 1 or 2 orders, so it'll be just a quick wipe, you know?
まあ、そうしたい気持ちはわかるけど、日が落ちて寒くなると寄り道する人も少ないから。
So what you're saying is we need to introduce some more warm items, like hot cocoa. I like it. Speaking of which, you got any plans for Christmas?
クリスマス？
Desimasu.
なんだその質問。お姉さんの予定が気になるのかにゃ。
Why did she say it like that? Got any special plans, I take it?
予定なんてありゃしないよ。悲しいことを言わせないでくれる？
Alright, come to my place for Christmas. You know. In that case, I'd like to ask you something.
何さ？
Suzune-san.
本当に何？そんな真剣な顔で。
We should place a mistletoe. On Christmas. Well, technically it'll be on Christmas Eve.
いや、ちょっと待ちなってば。そんな、本気？
I mean, it makes sense that we would naturally progress further with Suzune, because we are always in the kitchen with her. And you know, you get to be really close with somebody after spending that much time together on that day. I like how she's getting so nervous. What kind of cakes are we gonna sell?
Huh?
She's just like expecting this big romantic idea. But no. You know, Christmas cakes for the holidays. Are we selling any special cakes or just the usual ones? Are we doing advance orders only? I was just wondering. Okay, to be fair, she was the one thinking something completely different than what we were. And we get called the creep for thinking things that weren't actually true. I don't know, Suzune, did you want us to ask you about something? Okay. I wonder what the age difference is. I think we're about like 20 years old. How much older is Suzune? Is she like 22 or 23? Or maybe she's up there like 26, you know? Like that's a big age gap. Just paying you back for teasing me earlier. You're surprisingly pure-minded, huh? I always thought you were kind of mature, but you've got an adorable side to you as well, I see. I don't know. In Japan, they might actually do it. Seriously, I had no idea you were so pure. I'm sorry, okay? Okay, I'll stop talking. My bad. Okay, I would love it if he followed up this line by saying, why would you want to curse our children? And just looked at her completely serious. You know, like, he was implying something. I would love that so much, but you know he won't do it. I know I'm a scumbag. I'm sorry, I really am. Let's say this is why you get made fun of. Because, you know, you're just not an alpha male, my guy. You gotta, like, catch her off guard. That's what I did with my wife, and that's why she ended up marrying me. Because I always had these moments where I would, like... I mean, not necessarily make fun of her, but, like, I would roast her. And then I would have these moments where I, like, really, like, got her caught off guard by making comments and things like that. where I like uplifted her in some way. You know, women like that. Just didn't expect to get you all cutely bashful like that. Call me cute one more time, I dare you. Do it. Uh-oh. Natsumi, abort. I don't know. Could be more fun with you in here, too. I'm sorry, I mean it. Gosh, you gotta stop apologizing for having fun, my guy. I wasn't joking about the Christmas cakes. Depending on what we're doing, we might have to make an announcement beforehand. Yeah, I think maybe like put out a poster or something like, hey, if you want a Christmas cake, you need to do this in advance. So we can know how many to make. Yes, I did, but I didn't go far enough with it. I could have gone further and it would have been funny. Just teasing her, though. Anyways, don't worry about it. So what do you need? Is there an order? Oh, you want a parfait? I didn't think you liked parfaits that much. Oh, who is it? Is it Nozomi? Oh, it's May. Well, I mean, it is nighttime. She can just go home and go to sleep. On entering the break room carrying the parfait, I find Hio Chidani-san staring up at the ceiling, emitting fumes and looking utterly burnt out. Here's your parfait. Gosh, it's like feeding a child. Like some bizarre contraption, Hio Chidani-san mechanically swallows everybody parfait, but Shiki-san's spoon... Shiki-san spoons into her mouth. What's this all about anyways? Oh right, midterms. Come to think of it, both Nozomi and Hio Chidani-san mentioned wanting fewer shifts. Probably a good idea. Looking at her homework, it just looks like she drew a flower. That's all she's done. Just drew some flowers, put some exclamation points or some check marks, you know, called it good. Oh, and there's a question mark in there too. Looks like there's some cursive in there, you know. Doesn't seem like it's going too well. Yes, here, eat this parfait. You alright, Hio Chidani-san? I think it already has, to be honest. Are you having that much trouble at school? Who's yelling at you? Because you started working here? Okay, sure. Not sure why you're boasting about that. That's a good point. What are you helping her with anyways, Math? Watu-san. What? Rip. Babe, you know, it's time to just drop out of school. You failed. I feel you, math is hard. Not only do you have to memorize all the formulas, you have to know how to use them as well. True. I have to turn to you in these trying times, Kosei-senpai. You're my only hope. Well, I don't mind, but I thought Shiki-san was the one tutoring you. She can't help me. Just use something like Wolfram Alpha. I mean, I love that website. Just put in your equation. It has a breakdown of how to do it. That really helps me. Yeah, you really have to have the fundamentals down for sure. I don't
昴
don't
生
miss
先
doing
輩
that.
ならバレないカンニングの方法を知ってますよね。
You must know the best way to cheat without being caught. Oh my gosh, what kind of student do you think I am?
でもだって一つ星って結構偏差値高いですよ。
I get in by studying hard just like everyone else.
マジっすか。
She's so surprised. Now you're just being rude. Could easily solve the problem you're struggling with right now. Probably.
ほほ言いましたね。だったら証明してもらいましょうか。
You just want the answer. I take your notepad and pencil and start tackling the problem. It's a basic vector problem. The last bit is a bit tricky, but if my calculations are correct, the answer should be... He's gonna say the exact same answer as her, isn't she? Or isn't he? Oh, no, if he got a different one, good.
正解だけど。うわ、先輩、すごい。
Look at that, May. You doubted me, and I did it. Suck it.
高峰くんが解いてどうするの。助かりました。ありがとうございます。
Oh my gosh, did I just get bamboozled?
ちょろかったですわ。火内谷さんもふざけてない。定期テストからは逃げられないんだから。
But you know, it can help if you see like how the equation's done, if you see all the steps, and then you can kind of be like, oh, okay, so this part, that's where I'm messing up.
はーい。
By the way, is math the only subject you're struggling with?
各種英語と数学全般、理科系歴史系もマシマシで。
So you're struggling with all of it. When you say you're flunky, do you mean figuratively or...
ガチです。
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page here. That's not good.
すみません。
Nothing to apologize for. I don't know how the cafe is going to manage without you, Hiyashidani-san.
そうね。
Well, you know, we can't have you flunking out of school.
あ、何ですか急に。そうやって言われると悪い気はしないですけど。いや、シフトの問題があるってのは分かってますけど、ついつい照れちゃいますね。
So what you're saying is we should invite another girl to come waitress. Okay, I like this idea. It's good.
そういう意味じゃなくね。私も笑顔で接客できるようにはなったつもりではある。
As long as you don't do that really weird smile you did before. That was a little
でもや
scary.
っぱり火内谷さんの明るさに比べると物足りないから。そんな急に褒められると困るんですけど。
The boys have to be smiling if we want our customers to keep smiling. And besides, we're coworkers. If little Kohai is in trouble, we can't just leave her to the wolves.
そうね。赤点回避のためにしっかり教えてあげる。
Pretty much need to teach you everything that you should have been learning in school.
先輩、真面目にとか何も楽しくないです。笑顔のためには楽してカンニングだと。
Oh my
自分は
gosh.
愚行する次第であります。
You can't cheat your way through life.
本当に愚行だわ。剣もほろろ。できる限りわかりやすく説明するから頑張ってみない？
This cafe needs you, Hiyojidani-san.
そこまで言われちゃしょうがないです。期待に応えられるかどうかわからないですけど、頑張ってみます。なので、よろしくお願いします。
Alright, that's the attitude we want to hear. Let's do it. Work that day ended without incident. Shiki-san's study lessons have been scheduled to begin tomorrow, but that's when I realized I'd forgotten something. I wonder if Nozomi wants to study with us too. I haven't heard her complaining or asking for help with school lately, but I should check up on her anyways. Wouldn't want her to think we were intentionally excluding her. I doubt Hio Chidani would mind if I invited her either.
もしもし、昴生くん、どうかした？
So, Nozomi, would you like to go on a date? We're gonna calculate the square root of you and me.
構わないけど、何？
You've got midterms coming up, don't you? How's the studying going? Since I'm the one who asked you to start working for us, I'd hate for your grades to slip up because of that. I'd be too ashamed to face your parents.
信用ないな。ちゃんと勉強してるってば。
I mean, I don't doubt that. Nozomi seems pretty responsible. I know, I wasn't doubting you or anything. I'm just using that to segue into my reason for calling you.
というと？
Yoshidani-san's in trouble. Apparently she's in danger of flunking. Anyway, Shiki-san and I are planning to help her study tomorrow, so I was wondering if you'd be interested in coming too.
一緒に教えてくれるってこと？
If you want to. Mostly gonna focus on English and math, but it shouldn't be too different from your curriculum.
行く行く。一人で勉強するより楽しそうだもん。
Okay. Well, you're welcome to come.
わかってるってば。それにね、私も余裕しゃくしゃくなわけでもないから、教えてくれるならありがたい。
Alright, well, we're here. Billy, you should have told me sooner.
いや、まあ頑張れば一人でもなんとかなりそうだったから。それに、お店の方で昴生君も忙しいだろうから、無理させるのも悪いかなって。
I mean, that's what I'm here for, right? Don't sweat it, you're always the one saving my butt anyways.
胸を張って言うことじゃないと思うな。
All I'm saying is you can ask me for help if you ever need it.
ありがとう。
Anyways, I'll call you again tomorrow once the details are all ironed out.
授業終わったら寄り道せずに帰るよ。
Don't worry, there's no rush. My classes run pretty late tomorrow, too.
わかった。じゃあまた明日ね。
Well, it looks like we're tutoring now.
死神の蝶。
We offer a lot of services here at the cafe.
おはよう。
Hey, good morning. Hey, Shiki-san. You know, it's weird. We see each other at work so often there's a little stranger to see you on campus now.
私もこうして顔を合わせると違和感というかちょっと不安になる。
Eh, I mean, don't feel weird about it.
今日は定休日だからいいけど、住染さんや日内谷さんは午後じゃないと来られなくて、普段は3人だけだから。
I know what you mean. I doubt there'd be any problems on Suzune-san's end. But if only Mikado and Akazuki-san manning the dining floor, they'd have to take orders, make drinks, and sell cakes all by themselves. Akazuki-san probably has to pop in the kitchen every now and then to help out. I wonder if they're open every day. Like, how do you work every day? I couldn't do it. The mornings aren't usually too busy, so I'm sure they manage. That is, barring any unexpected surprises like a large party of customers coming in all at once or something. Trust me, I get plenty worried too. I know firsthand how crazy it gets during rush hour.
そうそう。講義にも全然身が入らなくて。いっそ大学やめようかな。
No. Not that it's really my place to say anything, but it's probably not a decision you want to make lightly. I doubt your parents would be very happy either.
でしょうね。お店の件にしたって反対されてたから。半分は冗談。気にしないで。
Alright, not to me. You must be worried about studying and think you should just drop out. It'd be easier. You can come to our study group. You might actually consider it if circumstances change.
そうね。何かしらの問題が出てくるようなら、そういう選択肢もありかも。
I mean, to be fair, she probably could just have the cafe be her life. If she wanted to. Whatever the case, it sounds like her priorities are cafe first, college second.
しきさん、おはよう。おはよう。おはよう。この前言ったよ。例のしきさんがバイトしてるカフェ。
Oh, good.
そうなの？気づかなかった。
注文したのは他の店員さんだったからね。
お客さんもかなり多くて忙しそうだったもん。
いや、マジやばかった。座って食べるのに少し並んだよね。
Dang, we are pretty popular.
来たのはもしかして土曜日か日曜日？土曜日。平日なら並ぶこともないと思うから、よかったらまた来て。
あ、行く行く。あのケーキマジやばかった。
ちなみにどうでした？
冗談抜きで美味しかったよ、あのケーキ。評判になるのも当然って感じ。
Dang, I didn't know Shiki was like so popular. Okay.
お店の雰囲気も良かったよね。
そう言ってもらえるなら。
そんな心配しなくても、ネットの口コミでもすこぶる評判だよ。
そうそう。ほら、検索したらすぐに出てくる。
Okay,
ポスター
let's
だ
go.
っけ？そういうのしないの？
お店のためにも調べるべきだとは思うんだけど、なんか怖くって。
I mean, I've done that with some of my videos. Like, I'll search for like a game or something, and I'll see that one of my like videos on it like comes up in the little Google search results. It's always a good feeling, you know. I like to see that like I'm getting out there. It's really cool.
心配ないって。まずいなんて意見はないから。
そっか、ありがとう。じゃあ自分でも調べてみる。
Don't think I've Googled myself though. I've just Googled like the game, and then I've seen like one of my videos pop up. I'm usually not even like trying to do that. I'm usually just trying to like look up information about the game.
ねえねえ、あのお店の一番の推しメニューを教えてよ。今度行った時に注文してみるから。
The best item.
どれも美味しいはずだけど、数で言うならいちごのタルトが一番の売れ行きだったはず。
Well, I mean, if the girls are cute, you can tell them that I'm the best item on the menu.
でもケーキ以外も結構おすすめだから、オムライスとかカルボナーラとか。
あ、それもネットに書いてあったよ。結構美味しいって。
今度行った時には注文してみるよ。となるとお昼ご飯かな。
多少よっぽどタイミングが悪くないと並ぶほどではないと思うけど。
わかった。今度は平日に行くね。
Cool.
ご来店を心よりお待ちしております。
じゃあまたね。
After a short conversation, the girls say their goodbyes and walk off. After they're gone, I slip my phone back in my pocket.
で、さっきからスマホをいじって何してるの？存在を消す訓練？
I don't know. It just really wasn't our conversation, so. Not exactly. I just didn't feel like barging into your conversation. Yeah, he's just being respectful, I feel like. If I did, those girls would probably would have given me that look like, who the hell is this guy? I probably would have stuttered or fumbled over my words anyways. But for the record, I wasn't trying to blend in with my surroundings. I was looking up our cafe's reputation online.
高峰君エゴサとかできるんだ。メンタル強い。
Oh, don't worry. I was in the same boat. I've been avoiding it like the plague up until now. But those girls seem to keep up with that kind of stuff, so I thought it wouldn't hurt to take a peek.
で、どう？
Like they said, the majority of our reviews are positive.
おおむねなんだ。
Well, everyone has different taste buds, though there was one comment that complained about the wait.
それか。人をさらに増やした方がいいのかな。
I mean, you could maybe solve that with more people, but you're just busy. I mean, it's just gonna be hectic in there no matter what. There's only one comment. It could have been someone who came in on opening day for all we know. I mean, it does say when the review was. We should wait for more reviews before we decide. Rash decisions always lead to regret.
そうかもね。っていうか、なんか嬉しそう？
You could say that. It was something one of the girls had mentioned earlier. She read some comments online saying our non-cake dishes were pretty good too. They may be few in numbers, but they're definitely out there. My hard work is starting to pay off, even if only a little. Although I suppose they could have been talking about Suzane-san's cooking and not mine, but let's not be too pessimistic. If what the girl said was true, my new omelet a la carbonara has the potential to become quite a hit. I'd better keep up the good work so I can garner even more of those comments. Which is all fine and dandy except the cafe's closed today, so instead I decided to put that motivation towards helping the girls study for their midterms. Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with having a day off.
先輩よかった。少し遅くなったかと思いましたけど。
Yeah, I just got out of class. Shinki-san and Nozomi should already be here, so let's head inside.
はい。おはようございます。
Ohio.
いらっしゃいませ、高峰さん。
定休日なのにいらっしゃいませで出迎えられるのってちょっと変な感じですね。
Yeah, and everyone's just in their normal clothes.
それを言うならおはようございますも変じゃないですか。
確かにそうかも。
今日はテストの勉強ですよね。夏目さんとのぞみさんはもう来てますよ。
I spot the two of them already sitting down at a table in the back.
すみません、遅くなっちゃって。
Yeah, sorry.
そんなでもないよ。それに2人も授業だったんだから。
Yeah, I mean, we are in college for a reason, right?
謝られるほどじゃないから気にしないで。
皆さん何を飲まれますか。私が準備しますよ。
でも
いいんです。勉強に集中するためにも遠慮なく言ってください。
Yeah,
あ
she
りが
needs
とうござ
it.
います。それじゃあアールグレイで。私はオレンジジュースをお願いしていいですか。
わかりました。お二人はどうしますか。
Frick, what do we want to drink, guys?
私もアールグレイを。
Oh, that's what we need. We need milkshakes, guys. We need milkshakes. We need ice cream. We could serve pies and ice cream. Coffee, oh my guy, that's too bland. We need something exciting. Let's get to it then. Did you manage to find the stuff I asked for?
一応残ってた。はい。
Oh my gosh, that's unacceptable. I take the stack of papers she hands me. They're Shiki-san's old tests from her time at Makihata's girls' school. What the? Now we're really cheating, aren't we? Well, I'm sure it'll be different, but still. I got the idea to use her old tests as study material for the upcoming ones. Wow, straight A's all across the board.
学部は違えど同じ大学なんだから、高峰くんだって似たようなものでしょ?
Nope, we had C's. Well, I had a lot of help, as I'm sure you can imagine. Plus, my grades were just only barely good enough to get accepted.
うわ何これ最後の問題答えを見ながらでもわかんないや
That would probably be me. I could literally look at the answer and just not tell you how to get to it.
私なんて見ただけで頭痛が
Yeah, there's quite a few nasty questions in here.
それは先生の趣向。佐伯先生って数学が好きな人らしくて、応用的な解き方をさせて学生に数学の魅力を伝えようとしてそういう問題を作るって噂だ。
その努力が実ることってあるんですか？
大半の子は嫌ってたんじゃないかな。人柄とかじゃなくてテストの時期限定で。
みんなそんな感じですね。
This teacher still teaches there.
はい、そうですよ。
Well, these tests should be great reference material then. As for the English ones, all these questions seem pretty standard.
少なくとも私がいた頃は意地悪な問題を作ってたのは数学くらいかな。
Good, then as long as you use these tests and the textbook to review, you should be able to avoid failing.
結構暗記頼りになりそうだけど。
Yeah, that kind of sucks that school, like a lot of it feels like just memorization. It'll have to do for now. There's not enough time for her to relearn all the material.
お世話になります。
I don't know, I feel like I'm more of like a creative type person. I like to like make new things or think of new ideas rather than just rehash the same old, same old. Hiyochinani-san's midterms begin next Monday. There's not much time until then, but as long as we focus on the right material for her to memorize in order to make educated guesses, she should be able to pass. Teaching her is going to be a real chore, but we don't have much choice. What about you, Nozomi? Any stuff in particular you need help with?
目下一番わからない問題はこの夏目さんの数学かな。
Fair enough.
できれば解説とかしてほしいかも。
じゃあ今から一緒に説明するから聞いてて。
Okay. Just looking at my cat in the background. She's just bathing herself.
よろしくお願いします。
While they're doing that, I'll get the English materials ready. To some extent, I've already decided the most important words, phrases, and confusing usages we should cover. As long as she focuses on remembering those, at the very least, she shouldn't fail.
お待たせしました。オレンジジュースとブレンド、アールグレイになります。
Well, thank you, Kana, but don't expect to get a tip from me.
ありがとうございます。すみません、いただきます。
ありがとう秋月さん。それでここでこの公式を用いて上で求めた値を使えば答えが出るんだけど。
はあ、なるほど。説明されると一応理解できる。
Maybe, maybe not.
しないでもないよ。のぞみちゃんすごい。私なんて全然だよ。
Well, I mean, Nozomi is older, right?
日内谷さんは公式を覚えるところからね。
She should have already, like, done some of this stuff.
なるべく簡単に説明するから、わからないところがあったらすぐに言って。
わかりました。
You're sighing way too much.
今のが理解できてるなら、住染さんは別の勉強をしててもいいと思うけど。
完全に理解できてるわけじゃないですけど。じゃあ、夏目さんの英語のテストを借りてもいいですか？そっちを使って勉強したいので。
はい、どうぞ。
足引っ張ってごめんね、のぞみちゃん。全然そんなことないよ。
Hey, I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, you guys have two different things you're, you know, struggling with. That's fine.
今の問題だって勉強会があったからこそ教えてもらえたんだしさ。
Exactly. And everyone learns at their own pace. Some people have different things they like. Like, some people really like math, and I don't understand that. But, you know, that's fine. I'm glad there's people who struggle with different things.
一緒に頑張ろう。それで赤点を回避しようね。高峰さんはブレンドですよね。
Oh, well, thank you.
ところで高峰さんは何をしてるんですか？
I'm putting together a list of stuff I want to cover.
なるほど、資料作りですか。それなら私も手伝いましょうか？
You'd be willing?
心配しなくても比較してまとめるくらいでき。皆さんが頑張っているんです。私にも応援させてください。
Alright, you can help out. I won't say no.
昴生くん、ちょっといい？
Maybe. Depends on what it is.
ここってなんで2が正解なの？他のでも通じそうなんだけど。
Let me see. Well, if you look at the paragraph before the blank, you can tell whether it's a factual or hypothetical statement. The question is asked about something that happened in the past, so the answer has to be number 2. Number 1 is a conjunction, so that wouldn't make sense. See? There's a comma here.
あ、本当だ。見落としてた。
Well, you know, they make them a little tricky on purpose. They want to make sure that you really read it well. But it's something you need to know. You'll find these sort of questions on the English proficiency test as well.
そうなんだ。わかった。ありがとう。ちゃんと覚えておかないと。
Gosh, I'd feel bad for anybody who's not a native English speaker trying to learn English because it's just very confusing. Like, why do we have all the stupid stuff that we have? Like, read and read are spelled exactly the same way. You really have to tell based on the context.
高峰さんって本当に勉強できるんですね。
And then the color red, which is not spelled the same, but sounds the same. English, am I right?
意外ですよね。長年幼馴染やってるし、テストの時には助けてもらってますけど、未だに私も慣れないです。
Why does everyone think I'm dumb?
家で必死に勉強してる様子もないのに、なんで成績がいいんだろう。
Hey, I put in effort just like everyone else.
そうなんですか？
The most efficient way to retain information is to pay attention in class, that and taking notes. If I do that, a single glance is all it takes to remember what I learned, which also helps me cut down on review time.
急がば回れということですかね。
See, I can't do that. I have to, like, nail it into my mind. Like, I literally need to get, like, a hammer and a nail and just, like, make sure that it never leaves my head. And then it probably still does.
昔からそんなこと言ってるけどさ、それで簡単に集中できるなら苦労なんてないよ。
I mean, when it comes to certain subjects, I can definitely, like, not study that much and still get a lot out of it. Because it's like, I can't study for hours. I don't know how people do that. Not about that.
もうダメ。完全に集中力切れた。私もそろそろ脳みそが焼き切れそう。プスプス。もうこんな時間か。じゃあ今日は終わりにしよう。はい。ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。どういたしまして。どう？少しは自信がついた？ああ、はい。多少は分かったような気がしなくはないです。そう、ちゃんと説明できてたならよかった。家に帰ってからちゃんと復習してみます。
Yeah, and that's the best thing. Like, always just go back and, like, review. Just, like, make sure, like, okay, I'm looking at this. I feel like I understand it, you know? You don't necessarily need to redo everything all the time, but...
わからないことがあったら何度でも説明するから。
I mean, and especially with math, it's just, like, make sure you know what you need to be doing for it. It's like, you don't need to know the answer to every question right away. You just need to know, like, how to get the answer.
仮に同じところがわからなくても遠慮しないで。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Why don't we take you to... Why don't we take... Get up. I'm reading the sentence wrong. I'm like, why is this not making sense? Why don't we get you to take the same test Shiki-san lent us tomorrow? After you review the questions you get wrong, you can retake them again the next day.
私もそれでいいと思う。
でもそれって同じ問題でいいんですか？
Yeah, but it'll get you into the mindset of, like, figuring out how to solve it over and over.
いいの。理解したつもりになるのが一番まずいから。
The goal here is to make sure you comprehend what you're learning. I mean, that's the most important thing, is that you understand what you're looking at. If you can get the same grades Shiki-san did, you should be able to pass your exams without a hitch, but simply memorizing her answers won't mean anything.
はい、わかってます。
Yeah, like I said, it's more important that you know how to get the answer than the answer itself. Are you okay with that too, Nozomi?
ありがとう。
明日からしばらくはシフト関係なくお店に来て。
Bruh, I already come in this cafe is my life. We'll be able to help you study if you use the break room, though it'll be a while. It'll have to be while you're on the job.
はい、よろしくお願いします。あと、これをどうぞ。英語と日本史についてまとめた資料をコピーしてきましたから。ありがとうございます。
Japanese history will be largely be pure memorization, but for English, we have to make sure you think about your answers carefully and review them.
はい。
And thanks for helping out too, Akazuki-san.
いえ、困っている人の手助けが今の私の仕事でもありますからね。
That's good.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。
お礼はまだ早い。ちゃんと定期テストを乗り切った後に聞かせて。
ですね。了解です。頑張ります。
Alright, you better. So, I mean, we're taking our precious time to help you study here, okay?
ただいま。
おかえり、のぞみ。遅かったな。水曜は定休日だったんじゃないのか？
Really? They're closed on Wednesdays? It's a weird day.
今日はテスト勉強。友達と一緒に昴生君やバイト先の先輩に教えてもらってたの。心配しなくても遊び回ってるわけじゃないよ。
そういう心配をしているわけじゃないんだが。
I really want to know what her mom looks like, because she has like this really bright red hair and then he has this very, you know, regular brown hair.
頑張るのはいいが、あまり無理はしないようにな。
Alright,
最近は
Dad.
夜遅くまで起きているんじゃないか？徹夜なんかは体にも悪いぞ。
Oh, gosh, I can't even think about pulling an all-nighter. That would kill me.
わかってるよ。徹夜なんてしなくて済むように今のうちからやってるの。私、部屋に戻って今日の復習をしてるから。
風呂は？
後でいい。
Oh, we actually get to see her room.
勉強した。自分一人で復習するだけだとこんなに集中できないんだよね。お風呂に入ろうっと。早く寝ないと明日起きられなくなっちゃうよ。
That's probably a good idea. Gosh, if I stay up too late, it just kills me. Even though I try to get up at the same time every day.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Until Nozumi and Hiyu Shidani-san pass their exams, both of them will be prioritizing their studies over work. Naturally, none of us will object to that. On weekdays, it's not a problem. It gets busy, but not so much so that we can't handle it. On weekends, however, it was a whole different story.
すみませ
Oh
ん。
my gosh, we're really busy. Look at that. It's like every seat's filled.
はい、お待たせしました。
私はこのガトーショコラ。じゃあ私は。
かしこまりました。
ああ、でもパンケーキも美味しそうよね。
Well, I'll get those too. You can have them all.
わかるわ。そっちも気になってた。
You can split it.
このパンケーキって量はあるの？
そうですね。女性の方ですと一皿で満足される方も多いですね。
すみません。
ただいま参りますので。
二人で分けて食べない？
Yeah, just split them.
そうね。そうしましょうか。それじゃあパンケーキとその後にさっきのケーキ。あとブレンドコーヒーをもらえる？
Dang, is she really remembering this all without like writing it down?
私もブレンド。
かしこまりました。お待たせいたしました。ご注文はお決まりでしょうか？
ショートケーキとガトーショコラ、あとこのフルーツタルト。
持ち歩きのお時間はどれぐらいでしょうか？
30分くらいかな。
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
お待たせしました。会計が 1340円になります。
あ、はーい。じゃあ2000円で。
お返し660円です。ありがとうございました。またのご来店をお待ちしております。
Ah, okay, so he's managing the cash register. I always wondered like what he does. Like we don't really see him too much.
どうも。帝さん、ブレンドを2つとダージリン、それとアッサムティーをお願いします。
4人分か。ここを離れるとなると夏目の負担が大きくなるな。
そうですね。行列をさばく方が優先かもしれませんね。わかりました。注文の方はこちらで対応しますので。
わかった。
いらっしゃいませ。カフェステラへようこそ。
とはいうものの、やっぱり一人だと時間がかかるかも。
I don't know. Maybe we do need to hire somebody else because like we're swamped.
オーダー入ります。パンケーキとオムライス、それにカプレーゼ風のパスタをお願いします。
はいよ
あとすみません。ドリンクの方を少し手伝ってもらえませんか？今はちょっといっぱいいっぱいで。
We're pretty busy in here too. Is that all right though, Suzune-san?
でも放置はできないしね。分かった。昴生はドリンクの手伝い。だけどそれが終わったらすぐに戻ってくる。それまでにできる限りの下準備は私がしておくから。
All right, sounds fair.
すみません。ありがとうございます。紅茶は私が対応しますから、高峰さんはブレンドを2人分お願いします。
Got it. While demand for our cakes is still as high as ever, word about our pancakes has also gradually begun to spread. Yeah, it seems like people are really liking our food. To my delight, our omelet rice and pasta have also been rising in popularity. As a result, the cafe is packed with both dine-in and take-out customers. I've been running back and forth between the kitchen and the dining floor all
すみませ
morning.
ん。
はーい、すぐに参ります。
Let me handle
す
this.
みません。
Thank you for your patience. Ah, Yuna, what are you doing?
こんにちは。
Oh, why hello there, Yuna-chan.
オムライスをお願いします。
すみません。お忙しいところにお邪魔してしまったようで。
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I'm glad to see you again. Do you want your omelet rice thinly fried like usual?
あと、オレンジジュース。
Of course.
私はパンケーキとダージリンをいただけますか？
Certainly. I'll have those two out shortly.
ゆいなちゃん、また来てくれたんですね。
Yeah, I'd love it if they became regulars from now on.
あの様子だと、もうすでに常連っぽいですけどね。オーダーはやっぱり
Yes, omelet rice again.
とすると、やっぱりここは高。
That's the plan.
コーヒーの方はどうですか？もう終わりそうですか？
Yeah, all that's left is to add hot water.
でしたら、あとは任せてください。こちらはティーコージーをかぶせて蒸らし待ちですから。ありがとうございます。
No problem, but I'll have to add 2 more drinks to the list. An orange juice and a Darjeeling for Yuna-chan and her mom. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
はい、お任せください。
Sorry about that, I'm back.
パスタ準備は終えてるから、あとはよろしく。
Alright, got it. We got a new order. A thinly fried omelet rice and a plate of pancakes. I'll handle the omelet rice.
任せた。じゃあ私は次もパンケーキか。そろそろ溜まってる洗い物もきれいにしないと。しかしやっぱり土曜のお昼はきついね。あの二人も来られないんだから。
Well, they got classes in the morning, plus their midterms are coming up too, so they gotta study.
そうだったね。調子の方はどうなの？無事に乗り越えられそう？
Nope, they're hopeless. They're both gonna fail miserably. From what I can see, they should be fine. Or at least Nozomi should, since she's always been the studious type to begin with. Hiyoshidani-san might have to do a little bit of guesswork though, so I'm not sure about her.
なるほどね。
Speaking of which, what were your grades like back when you were their age, Suzune-san?
私はもうパティシエを目指すって決めてたから、一夜漬けだけで乗り切ってたね。
Fair enough.
と、2番のパンケーキ上がったよ。
はーい。私はショーケースの方で夏目先輩と交代しようかな。
よろしくって。あれ、なんで？
What are you two doing here? Aren't you supposed to be studying for your exams?
心配しなくても順調だってば。土曜日の忙しさを知っていると気になっちゃうんだよ。今日だっててんてこまいでしょ。お店の中にいるのに 休憩室でおとなしく勉強なんてしてられません。気になって気になって、
Probably
むし
fair.
ろ勉強が手につかないんですってば。
ああ、それは確かにそうかも。たまに休みを取っても仕事が気になって全然気が休まらないことってあるね。
I mean, I don't do that. I've never done that growing up. I've never been like, oh man, yeah, I love work. I wish I could go back. Couldn't be me.
そうなんですよ。だからちゃんと働く。落ち着いたらその時は好意に甘えさせてもらうから。
Fine, I hate to say it, but we could use your help.
2番テーブル運びまーす。
ほれ、ぼーっとしてないで。私たちも働く。
Yes, ma'am. Another busy day at the cafe. Time's up. At my signal, the girls set their pencils down on the table. Alright, now let's see how you did.
よろしくお願いします。
You failed. You're fired.
このテストを受けるのももう4回目か。さすがに答えを覚えてきたけど、単純な暗記じゃなくちゃんと理解できてるような気がする。
Well, that's good.
一度じゃなく何度もちゃんと繰り返すって重要なんだね。
It sucks. It's very boring doing the same thing over and over, but you know, it does help. Alright, I'm done grading them.
ずいぶん早いね。
Well, I've done it 4 times by now. Anyways, to the results. Those of me, your answers were essentially perfect, but you made a lot of careless mistakes. If it weren't for those, though, you might have gotten a perfect grade.
一応気をつけてるんだけど、焦ってるのかな。
Also, keep in mind that you go to a different school. The questions in your exam are bound to be different accordingly, so watch out for that. By the way, are you feeling alright? This would be a terrible time for you to get sick.
平気平気。風邪っぽい症状はないから。
You just need some vitamin C. You'll be fine. Good. Now for you, Hiyachidani-san. It looks like you're thinking about question 4 the wrong way.
やっぱりか。答えが違うのはさすがに気づいてたんですけど。
To be fair, she's got a lot more to memorize than Nozomi does. I suppose that goes to show the difference in their usual studying habits. But you did pretty well in everything else. Math aside, you should be able to get around 70% in your other subjects.
先輩たちのおかげですよ。
Either way, I'm confident you aren't going to fail at the very least.
だといいんですけどね。ああ、同じ問題が出てくれればいいのに。
Because that's not how life works, May.
確かに、それが一番楽だね。
I can't speak for Nozomi, but that might be more likely than you think. You have the same teacher as Shiki-san, so unless the curriculum changed dramatically, his test shouldn't have changed much easier.
そうであることを
Either.
期待します。
Yeah, I would feel like it would probably be pretty similar, but you know, it's not gonna be exactly the same, obviously. Might be a similar style.
じゃあ私はあっちだから。また明日。
Okay, sounds good.
私はこっちなんで失礼します。
Have a good night.
さてと、部屋に帰ってお風呂に入って
Of
ビー
course.
ルでも飲むか。
お風呂でお酒は危ないってよく聞きますよ。
分かってるって。ちゃんと気をつけるから。
Oh. Let's see, guys. What do we get to do here? What are we doing? Do we walk Nozomi home, or do we go back with Suzune-san? I feel like I'm trying to go towards Nozomi's route first, so I would probably rather walk home with her, even though I want to do Suzune-san's route. Very conflicting. These two are probably the ones I want to do, like, probably soonest. Maybe May's as well. What do we do, guys? Let's just go with Nozomi, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna walk Nozomi home.
なんで？
まあ、夜も遅いからね。
Yeah, and you know, Suzune's a little bit older. I trust her more.
じゃ、また明日。
Okay. Have a good night.
お疲れ様でした。で、急にどうしたの？その過保護っぷり。
I mean, no reason in particular. I don't know, you don't feel like your usual self. You sure you're not working too hard?
そんなに変だった？
Not really something visible per se, like your facial complexion. I don't know. Chalk it up to my intuition as your childhood friend, I guess. Place my hand on her forehead just to make sure.
テスト直前だもん。風邪なんかはひかないようにちゃんと気をつけてるってば。
I mean, being sick isn't something you can control, is it? Doesn't seem like you have a fever, at least. Which leaves only one thing. Have you been studying too hard?
頑張りすぎってほどのことはないと思う。
You've been staying up later than usual to study, haven't you?
まあ、
Plus, you've been working hard as a waitress, so it's no wonder you seem a bit out of sorts.
大丈夫だってこれぐらい。
You call making that many careless mistakes on your test fine? Why are you being so mean to her all of a sudden? No more studying for today, alright? I want you to get some sleep.
けど
It won't matter how much studying you do if you don't get enough rest, none of it will stick. So go home, take a bath or something, and go to bed. Sleep is an important part of staying in tip-top shape.
分かった。今日は昴生君の言う通りにするよ。
Well, good. Now let's get you home. Jose is a caring friend, I'll say
送
that.
ってくれてありがとう。また明日ね。
Alright, Nozomi. Have a good one.
ただいまー。なんか意識しちゃうとどっと疲れが出てきたかも。自分で思ってた以上に疲れが溜まってたのかな。全然寝てないわけじゃなかったんだけど。しょうがない。今日はおとなしく昴生君の言葉に従ってあげますか。お風呂入ってとっとと寝ようっと。
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, if you don't get enough sleep, that'll kill you.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
I was trying to see if maybe our new menu item was on there.
うん。
Okay, you guys, we're gonna end it here. So we can see what's going on with Nozomi. And then hopefully May will be able to pass her tests next episode as well. That will be nice. But it was good. Got some good studying time in there. And our restaurant is incredibly busy. It's nice to know we're like gaining so much fame. I like wonder if we're gonna be like a locally recognized establishment. Like if we're gonna be that popular. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next episode. We are going to hopefully help them pass their tests. Or they're gonna fail. And if they fail, we fire them from the cafe. So anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.